You've probably heard it before. Start your day with a healthy breakfast. And for many seniors, that means a warm bowl of oats with a side of eggs. It sounds like the perfect combo. High in protein, fiber-rich, and full of energy. But here's the surprise. This seemingly healthy duo might not be as safe as you think. In fact, eating eggs and oats together could actually lead to digestive discomfort, unexpected blood sugar spikes, and even reduced nutrient absorption, especially after age 60. How could two superfoods go wrong? That's exactly what we're diving into. In this video, we'll reveal 3 surprising reasons why this popular breakfast may be doing more harm than good. And we'll show you smarter ways to enjoy both foods without putting your health at risk. Before we begin, I'd really appreciate it if you like this video. It helps me keep sharing more important lessons. If you haven't subscribed yet, I highly recommend hitting the subscribe button and turning on the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Also, if you enjoy this video, please comment 1. If you don't, comment 0 so I know how to improve. Now, let's get started. Let's start with the first and most common issue that many seniors don't realize is connected to their healthy breakfast: digestive discomfort. While both eggs and oats are individually considered nutritious, combining them in one sitting, especially first thing in the morning, can actually be tough on the aging digestive system. Why? Because they each require very different digestive processes, and when paired together, they can create a heavier burden for the gut. Eggs are a high-protein, high-fat food. They take longer to break down, especially when eaten with the yolk, which contains fat and cholesterol. Oats, on the other hand, are packed with soluble fiber. While fiber is generally great for heart health and blood sugar balance, it also slows down digestion, especially when consumed in large portions. Now imagine putting both of these foods into a system that's already slowed by age. For many people over 60, the natural movement of the digestive tract, what we call peristalsis, slows down. At the same time, stomach acid production and enzyme activity may decline, especially if the person is on certain medications like antacids or proton pump inhibitors. What does this mean in real life? It means food takes longer to break down, longer to move through the intestines, and longer to leave the body. The result? You may feel full for too long, sluggish, bloated, or even slightly nauseated. Some seniors even report gas, cramping, or constipation after eating what they thought was a healthy breakfast. If your stomach often feels heavy after eating eggs and oats together, that's your body asking for a gentler, more senior-friendly option. Even if you've eaten this combo for years, it's important to understand that what worked at 40 may not work as well at 65 or 70. Our digestive systems change with age. We may not produce enough digestive enzymes, like lipase for fat or protease for protein, which are needed to efficiently break down eggs. And when those proteins aren't digested well, they can ferment in the gut, leading to gas and bloating. Meanwhile, the fiber in oats absorbs water and swells, further slowing things down. Combine that with slower intestinal movement, and suddenly a power breakfast becomes a recipe for discomfort. This is especially true if you're not drinking enough water, another common issue among older adults. Fiber without fluids can act more like a plug than a broom. But here's the good news. This doesn't mean you have to give up eggs or oats completely. You just need to think about timing, portion, and pairing. Instead of eating them together, consider having oats one morning and eggs the next. Or if you love them both, space them out. Perhaps oats for breakfast and eggs for lunch. Another tip: try simplifying your oats if you plan to pair them with eggs. Skip the nut butters, chia seeds, or heavy toppings, and keep the portion smaller. Or go for egg whites only, which are easier to digest than whole eggs with yolk. Steamed or soft-boiled eggs are also gentler on the stomach than fried or scrambled versions. You might be surprised how much better you feel with just a few of these adjustments. Many seniors report improved digestion, less bloating, and more consistent energy just by rethinking their breakfast. The key is listening to your body. Just because something is healthy doesn't mean it's automatically the right fit for your body right now. And as we age, tuning in becomes more important than ever. So next time you feel weighed down or uncomfortable after breakfast, don't ignore it. That feeling might not be random. It might be your body telling you it needs something a little lighter, a little simpler, and a little more age-friendly. And that awareness is the first step toward eating smarter, feeling better, and aging well, one meal at a time. Now, let's talk about something that often flies under the radar: blood sugar spikes from your morning oats, especially when you're combining them with eggs and not realizing what's really happening. Oats on their own are often seen as a heart-healthy, fiber-rich breakfast choice, and when prepared simply, they can be. But here's where things get tricky. Many seniors unintentionally turn their oatmeal into a sugar bomb without even realizing it. It starts with good intentions, adding sliced bananas, a drizzle of honey, a few raisins, maybe even a spoonful of brown sugar or a splash of sweetened milk. Each item seems harmless enough, but together they create a high-carb, high-sugar meal that can spike your blood glucose in ways that aren't ideal, especially if you're managing prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, or insulin resistance, which are all common after age 60. You might think, but I'm eating eggs too, and those are low in carbs. Doesn't that balance things out? Unfortunately, no. While eggs are a great source of protein and contain virtually no carbohydrates, they don't have the ability to counteract the glucose spike caused by a high-carb oatmeal bowl. Your body processes those sugars and starches quickly, especially the ones from ripe fruits, honey, or dried fruits like raisins, which have concentrated natural sugars. And when your blood sugar jumps rapidly, your pancreas rushes to release insulin, leading to a crash not long after. This roller coaster effect can leave you feeling tired, irritable, shaky, or even hungrier than before, despite having eaten a filling breakfast. For seniors, these spikes and crashes can be especially dangerous. Over time, repeated blood sugar swings can increase your risk for complications like nerve damage, eye problems, and cardiovascular disease. Plus, many older adults have slower insulin response times, making it harder for the body to stabilize quickly. And if you're already on medication to manage your blood sugar, a meal like this can throw off your entire balance for the day. What makes it more confusing is that it doesn't feel like junk food. You're eating oats, bananas, and honey, natural, wholesome ingredients. But when combined, they still result in a high glycemic load, which means your body responds to them almost like it would to candy or white bread. The key takeaway here is that natural doesn't always mean safe, and combining too many natural sugars in one meal, even with a protein like eggs on the side, won't prevent the glucose spike. In fact, some people mistakenly assume the egg somehow neutralizes the oats. It doesn't. It simply adds protein. But protein alone doesn't slow down the rapid absorption of simple carbs unless it's paired with fiber, fat, or eaten in a different balance. So what can you do instead? First, look at what you're putting in your oats. Can you skip the honey or cut the banana portion in half? Try using low-sugar fruits like berries, which are rich in antioxidants but lower on the glycemic index. Choose unsweetened almond milk or a splash of regular milk rather than condensed or flavored versions. Avoid dried fruits, syrups, and brown sugar altogether, or use them very sparingly. And if you're adding eggs to the meal, consider switching up the combo entirely. Maybe have eggs with sautéed greens and whole grain toast one day, and oats with a few blueberries and a handful of walnuts the next. This not only gives your blood sugar a break, but also adds variety and balance to your week. Being proactive about blood sugar doesn't mean cutting out all carbs or never enjoying your favorite foods. It just means becoming more mindful of how you build your meals, especially when you combine multiple ingredients that can work against you instead of for you. Remember, after 60, your body doesn't process food the way it used to. But with small changes, you can keep your energy steady, your mind sharp, and your blood sugar in check, all without giving up the foods you enjoy. One thing many people overlook when planning a healthy breakfast is how different foods interact with each other once they're inside your body. And when it comes to combining eggs with oats, there's something you probably haven't been told. This pairing, if done without thought, can actually interfere with how well your body absorbs key nutrients, especially as you get older. You might be eating all the right foods, but if your body can't use the nutrients properly, you may not be getting the benefits you think you are. Let's break it down. Oats are known for being a good source of minerals like iron and zinc, nutrients that are essential for immune function, energy, wound healing, and even cognitive health. These minerals are especially important for older adults who are more prone to deficiencies due to reduced absorption rates and changes in appetite or medication use. Meanwhile, eggs are high in protein, which is excellent for muscle maintenance and cellular repair, but they also contain something that can compete with these minerals during digestion: phosphoproteins and calcium-binding compounds. When consumed together, especially in large portions, the dense proteins in eggs can bind to iron or zinc from the oats, making them harder for your body to absorb. The result? You might think you're fueling your body with all the right things, but you're not absorbing as much as you could be. And that's not all. The phytic acid naturally present in oats acts as an anti-nutrient by binding to certain minerals, further reducing their bioavailability. Normally, this wouldn't be a big deal in a varied diet, but when you combine high phytic acid foods like oats with high-protein foods like eggs, without including any nutrient enhancers, you lower the overall effectiveness of both. This is especially important for seniors because, as we age, stomach acid levels tend to decrease, making digestion and absorption less efficient to begin with. So what's the fix? It all comes down to meal timing, pairing, and preparation. For starters, if you enjoy both oats and eggs, consider having them at different meals. Maybe start your morning with oats and berries, rich in vitamin C to boost iron absorption, and enjoy eggs later in the day with leafy greens like spinach or kale, which pair beautifully with eggs and provide an additional boost of nutrients. If you really want to eat them together, there are still ways to make it work. Adding a source of vitamin C, like fresh strawberries, oranges, or even a squeeze of lemon, can help unlock the iron in oats and counteract the blocking effect of phytic acid and protein. Similarly, adding a healthy fat, like avocado, olive oil, or a handful of nuts can enhance absorption of fat-soluble vitamins and slow digestion enough to give your body more time to process minerals efficiently. It's not about making food complicated, it's about making it work for your body, especially when your digestion isn't what it used to be. Many older adults experience nutritional deficiencies not because they aren't eating enough nutrients, but because their bodies aren't absorbing them properly. And in a world full of health tips and trends, this is one of the quiet truths that rarely gets talked about. Eating smart isn't just about calories or carbs. It's also about nutrient synergy, how foods enhance or block each other in your system. When you learn how to combine ingredients intentionally, every bite becomes more powerful. So the next time you reach for your eggs and oats, Pause and ask yourself, am I building a meal that nourishes, or just one that looks healthy? By understanding how nutrients interact and making small adjustments to how you prepare and time your meals, you can make sure your body gets the most out of every bite, boosting your immunity, supporting your brain, and helping you stay strong, energized, and independent as you age. Now that we've explored why the combination of eggs and oats may not always be the best breakfast choice, especially for older adults, you might be wondering, do I need to give up one of them entirely? The good news is, absolutely not. Both eggs and oats can still be part of a balanced, nutrient-rich diet. You just need to adjust how and when you eat them to make sure they're working with your body, not against it. The first and simplest solution? Don't eat them together every day. Instead, try rotating them throughout the week. Have oats one morning, eggs the next. This not only gives your digestive system a break, but also introduces variety into your routine, which is great for both nutrition and satisfaction. If you're someone who really enjoys having both in one meal, you can still make it work, with just a few thoughtful tweaks. Let's start with the eggs. Instead of frying them in oil or butter, which can weigh you down and contribute unnecessary saturated fat, try soft boiling, poaching, or steaming egg whites. Egg whites are lighter, easier to digest, and still deliver high-quality protein. If you do want to include the yolk, which is where most of the nutrients live, consider using just one yolk and adding more whites to balance it out. Next, let's talk about the oats. Skip the instant-flavored packets that are loaded with sugar and artificial ingredients. Instead, go for whole rolled oats or steel-cut oats, cooked with water or unsweetened almond milk until they're soft and gentle on the stomach. Cook them a bit thinner than usual. A more porridge-like texture helps reduce the density and makes it easier to digest, especially in the morning when your digestive system is just getting started. Watch your toppings, too. While it's tempting to load oats with bananas, honey, or dried fruit, these can spike your blood sugar, especially when paired with other nutrient-dense foods like eggs. Instead, try lower sugar fruit options like berries, which offer antioxidants without overwhelming your body with sugar first thing in the day. For even better digestion and nutrient absorption, add a small squeeze of lemon juice to your oats or alongside your eggs. The vitamin C helps your body absorb iron and zinc, especially important when eating oats, which contain phytic acid that can block mineral absorption. A simple glass of water with lemon or a few slices of orange on the side can make a surprising difference. Don't forget to include healthy fats, especially if you're eating egg whites, which lack the fat needed to absorb certain nutrients. A few slices of avocado, a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, or a sprinkle of chia or flax seeds can improve digestion, stabilize blood sugar, and support brain health. These fats also help you feel fuller longer, reducing the temptation to snack on less healthy options later in the day. If you're someone who struggles with energy crashes, bloating, or sluggishness after breakfast, these adjustments can be game-changing. Many older adults who make these small changes report feeling lighter, more focused, and more energized in the hours after breakfast. They also tend to have more regular digestion, fewer sugar cravings, and better lab results over time. And the best part? These meals are still comforting, warm, and satisfying. You're not sacrificing taste, you're upgrading the impact. It's all about listening to your body and making thoughtful, age-smart choices. Your breakfast doesn't need to be trendy. It needs to be right for you. And with just a little awareness and planning, eggs and oats can go from a risky combo to a health-boosting powerhouse. So go ahead, enjoy your breakfast. Just make sure it loves you back. So, what have we really learned here? It's not that eggs are bad. It's not that oats are dangerous. In fact, both are incredibly nutritious foods that offer real benefits for energy, heart health, digestion, and brain function. But here's the part no one really talks about. Even healthy foods can work against you when they're combined the wrong way, especially as your body changes with age. After 60, your digestive system slows down, your nutrient absorption becomes less efficient, and your blood sugar may be harder to manage. That means the food choices you made at 40 or even 50 may not serve you the same way now. This doesn't mean you need to fear food. It simply means it's time to become more intentional about how you build your meals. Start thinking beyond just what's healthy and ask, what's healthy for me right now? How does this meal make me feel in an hour? Do I feel bloated, sluggish, or am I energized and satisfied? Your body is always giving you clues. The key is learning how to listen. And when something as simple as breakfast starts causing discomfort, mood swings, or that foggy, tired feeling, we need to pay attention. Those aren't minor inconveniences. They're signals. By making a few small shifts, separating eggs and oats into different meals, reducing sugar in your oatmeal, switching from fried to poached eggs, and adding in supportive ingredients like healthy fats and vitamin C, you can transform your breakfast from a hidden stressor to a true source of healing and strength. You're not giving anything up. You're just eating in a way that matches your current body's needs. You're upgrading your routine, not restricting your life. And that's what smart aging is all about. It's not about avoiding your favorite foods. It's about knowing how to enjoy them in a way that supports your long-term health. It's about fueling your body to stay active, independent, and vibrant well into your later years. Because every bite matters just a little more now. And every choice, no matter how small, adds up to the bigger picture of how you feel, how you live. So here's what I want you to do. Take a few minutes to reflect. Have you ever felt bloated, foggy, or overly full after what you thought was a healthy breakfast? You're not alone. Leave a comment below and share your experience. It might help someone else recognize a pattern they've been ignoring. Because when we talk openly about what's really going on in our bodies, we give others permission to do the same. And if this message resonated with you, if you learned something new or even had an aha moment, please don't keep it to yourself. Share this video with a friend, a sibling, or someone you love who might still be struggling with their morning routine. Sometimes, just one small change in how we eat can ripple out into how we move, think, and live. In the end, food isn't just fuel. It's a tool. It can help us heal, help us grow stronger, and help us stay sharp. But only if we use it wisely. So let's stop treating breakfast like an afterthought. Let's start treating it like the foundation for a better day and a better future. Because you deserve to feel good. You deserve to eat in a way that supports the strong, wise, incredible person you've become. And yes, it all starts with breakfast.
Thank you for following us till the end. Don't forget to show some love by clicking the like button and subscribe. This supports the channel and allows me to continue creating content for you. Leave your thoughts or comments below. Feel free to express yourself and stay positive. See you next time.